Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Yet again, I have a new setup. Surprise, surprise. So I did a little pre-shuffle, and what it looks like to me, if it stays with the story, we have a couple of it seems like, I want to say like high ranking, if that makes sense, like couple, like high status, I guess. And it seems like they have, maybe it seems like they're business owners, and it seems like perhaps maybe they've consistently been doing like a shady practice, right? I feel like it's like not a big deal, but it's still not like ethical, that type of thing. Someone has had a change of heart, and whatever status or money or whatever was going along with this was, it's not worth it anymore. I don't know what has, something happened to make it, I feel like the female be like, I can't do this anymore. You know, but they're afraid of how to like leave the situation. I think it's so indoctrinated, right? So that's what we're gonna see today. First I want to get your spirit animal card. Thank you, Spirit. We're here now, so we'll call you in. Everything's saged and pre-shuffled. Thank you for guiding me to bring helpful messages to my collective. Thank you. I hope you guys are digging the new intro. Have you know, well, it was definitely, you know, obviously the effects were AI. It wasn't like a prompt or anything. I went through and I did each part on its own, and I made the video and stuff like that. Like I actually like produced it. Just the special effects parts were like a pre-done AI like template type of thing. But I'm digging it. It's cool. I went back and forth between like 3 different apps, and so I did put effort into it. Thank you, Spirit. Please tell me what spirit animal would be helpful. What spirit animal message is helpful for my collective right now, at this point. I'm thinking I might get the overall message, and then I might do a Celtic cross. It's always just so clear, you know. I'll just do a little hawk. Oh my god, I had a fucking hawk. Now it's haunting me. It's haunting me, you guys. I had a hawk dive bomb my car while I was driving. I drove, I think I told the story, I don't even know. I drove on the other side of the street, the road. It was like a double line, you know, 2-lane back road. Yeah, I drove on the other side of the road to get away from this hawk, and it wouldn't get away from me. It dove right to the front of my car. And then, I don't know where it went. Probably somewhere to pass away. I hope not. But yeah, I was like, what the hell? But I looked it up, and I guess if they think they see food, they're so focused on it, they don't see anything else. So it must have thought something on my car was prey. I don't know. But man, thank God no other cars are coming. So let's see, hawk. I just probably got my head all up now. Hi guys. 47. These cards are clearly not for anybody over 35. I feel so old when I say stuff like that. Wait, there's no 47. 37. I think I got the hawk before. That's crazy. See, look, it's haunting me. The hawk. Clear-sightedness, being observant, messages from spirit, guardianship, recalling past lives, illumination, seeing the larger picture, creativity, truth, experience, wise use of opportunities, and overcoming problems. Hawk is a message and points to omens. Pay attention. How about one dive bomb in your car? How about that? Spirit will be giving you some messages. Ordinary life is never quite that ordinary. Signs and symbols are all around you. Watch, listen, and be still so you can hear what is being said. What is holding you back from soaring to the greatest heights? Oh my goodness, excuse me. I'm going to post it. I got my receipt from Instacart the other day. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? What? Thank you, Spirit. I was like, oh my God. Talk about, think I'm heading in the right direction, you guys? But that's how I took it. Hopefully, I can help you move in the right direction. Yeah, I have a lot of I'm not gonna say messages. Well, I guess it messages, but for me at this point, it's kind of like just everyday life, just kind of like the card said. I don't know how to explain it, but I know when I'm being told something. I'm like, oh, okay. Alright, Spirit, let's get a couple of oracle cards for collective. I usually start with the other ones. I wonder if it's gonna matter. We'll see. Yeah, it's a little close to my little monkey, guys. This, if you can see it, was my mom's. Like way before I was even born. A lot of her little knickknacks, they're from Japan, and I don't know where she got them from. It's kind of weird. Although the 80s stuff was probably made better. Or That was probably older. But it was on my kitchen windowsill forever. Seagulls are brutal. Trust me. You haven't seen seagulls unless you live like where I live. I live in New England on the coast, and I even lived in the same state just further down the coast, and the seagulls are a different breed. When I first moved here, I was like, what the hell? They're freaking huge. Just walk down the street like they're pigeons. Something else, man. Something else. I always go for 3. I'm gonna go around just this once and see. I feel like this is gonna be a good one. I think all of mine are good ones. I think they're all pretty long. But I don't care, because if that's the message that needs to come out, then that's the message that needs to come out. Right? I have some that are like, I don't know, 20 minutes, so it all depends on the day. Alright, let's see. Soar, step back and ask for help. Soar, you're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high, dear one. I hate when there's typos on these things, because, come on. Right? I don't know. Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't know, I'm so tired. I didn't do anything. I even took a nap today. Step back. I told him step off. I'm doing the hump. I don't know why. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. Well, you know, soaring would cause you to get perspective also, right? Mm-hmm. Ask for help. You're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. There are many people who want to help you, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength to reach out. Do that today. Alright. We always, not always, but a lot of us tend to take on that, you know, martyrdom syndrome, and find out much too late that you don't have to. I feel like I've always asked for help for like superficial things that I've needed, like if it's like money issue or something like, or I need a ride, or, you know, stuff like that. But as far as like, hey, I'm going through this and I need to talk to somebody about it, no, I don't burden people with that. No, I never have. It was weird. Like, even when I was little, I couldn't tell my mother anything. My mother wasn't like gonna judge me or anything, but I never did. And I don't know why, other than I felt like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I didn't want her to know some things, you know. I don't know. I can't even explain it. My mother was my best friend. No matter what, which I always knew her and my dad were there. No matter what. And they let me mess up, right? And they let me mess up and didn't like kill me over it. They let me mess up and then help me fix it. That's really cool. I wish I was more like that with my oldest daughter. I was more strict with her because I felt like, well, I let myself be convinced that my way was wrong, and you know, look how young I like did stuff and blah 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 blah. So I had this in my head that, oh well, this is the way we're supposed to do it, and I don't think I would have done things so differently now. Looking back, so many things. You don't have to be so hard or loud or rigid, like, to get your point across. You don't. I feel a lot of my, like, you know, projected anger or, even just lack of patience or whatever back when I was younger was because I was trying to be out. I was trying to stay in a box I didn't belong in. And I feel like when I saw a repercussion that I didn't like, and I know it was because of that, and if I had done things differently it would have been different. I feel like I felt bad, which made me be like defensive because I couldn't face it at the time. Because I felt like I was trying so hard to do the best I could. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard. The only thing I ever wanted was happy kids. That's it. Just my kids, that's all. That's it. I don't care about anything else. And now that's all I have to hear about. And it's awesome. It's awesome. I really like being by myself. That's alright. Yes. Luck is on your side. Alright. You know, again, it's just saying you're so close to a situation that you can't see it for what it is. Yeah, taking a step back, man. Hindsight, when they say hindsight is 20/20, my God, is it ever. Addiction. Yeah, challenges with unhealthy habits and financial struggles. You know, I think addiction to the, if this is coinciding with the pre-show, it's going to be more like addiction to the lifestyle you're accustomed to. You know, I mean, you guys could, I'm saying you guys are high rollers and have a business. You could sell drugs, you know, you could, I don't know, with some white collar crime, whatever. It doesn't have to be like, I'm thinking, like, I'm feeling like tax, something shady with taxes. And, you know, rules are always changing. And it's tax time just kind of went by. Maybe there's, some tax, stuff coming to play you guys were into. Because it's very clear you both know. So whomever this is for, male or female, you both know. It's not like you're like, oh my God, I had no clue. Like, yeah, you did. You definitely did. Guardian. A lost loved one watches over you. Nice. Alright. You know what? ask your guardian for help. Take a step back and assess that addiction. Is it to money? Is it to, people with money? A lot of times you're bored and dealing with a situation. Maybe you don't even like each other anymore. And you formed a little addiction along the way to cope with everything. I'm right up in the mic. I feel like I'm wicked loud, sorry. That could be that's a possibility. And yes, for sore, that kind of goes too. Yeah, stop dimming your light. I always do these decks together. I wonder if I should just put them together. I don't think I would like that. I think that would bother me. Because that's, no. I can't believe I just said that. How dare I? Okay, let's get the overall vibe. Alright, Spirit. Let's do this. Let's this is the first deck I bought that wasn't like a traditional right away. This is my third deck I bought. My fourth deck. I couldn't even hold it when I first got it. I really couldn't. Alright. Whomever's here with me today, can tell me what is the vibe to start. What's the what is collective's energy, and then we're gonna do the Celtic cross. All right. Death came out. No, it was a devil. Yeah, you're looking to change every, but you don't. I think you're not sure how. Okay, yeah, this is definitely. So the Lover's the Empress. This is you. So you must be the Empress in this. Again, man or woman, flip-flop, depends on who's the, who wears the pants, I guess. I think you feel the change coming. Like I said, I feel like you can't do whatever this is. You can't do it forever. And, this inner turmoil, there's going to be some arguing, there's going to be some, disruption. But I think it has to be done. I think it does. Maybe you knew about some stuff that was going on, but maybe, maybe you didn't know the extent, or maybe you didn't know, from ignorance. it's from ignorance. Just how nefarious, I guess, these shady dealings were. I don't know, though. I don't know. I feel like you know. I feel like, because you know what? I've been the girlfriend. But there were some things I didn't know. Yeah, yep. I think, again, I don't know what happened to make you have this change of heart and really, really, really see, like, error in your ways, I guess, is what I'm getting. Because, now, could you be starting over with this King of Swords? Sure, you could. But what I think you want, stability, and I think you want your happy home that's built on truth. You know, someone who's solid, who's solid. Something. If it's someone, you want someone who's solid. If not your life, you just want it to be solid, right? You want to, and you're trying to figure out how to do that. These are both like kind of like pausing, right? So number one, you're pausing and figuring out how to go about starting your new future, right? I think it's a done deal. I think you've decided it. I think you're working out the details of how to do this. And then the Chariot pausing, you know, you're also pausing because I feel like even making the decision and having the clarity to move on is winning part of the battle, right? Yeah. So I think you're needing to like stop for a second, like, holy crap. Whoa, right? Because this is a Wheel of Fortune. This is going to be life-changing. The wheel has come up like 3 times already. Just so you know. The Wheel, the Empress, the Chariot came up multiple times. Yeah, I think that was it. For like between this and the pre-shuffle. So this movement, this contemplation about movement, this planning, maybe you're gonna travel, like literally, but yeah. You know, and what else came up was, 9 of Pentacles during the pre-shuffle too. So I don't think by you moving on, you cutting ties, leaving this business, leaving this partnership, leaving this whatever, and doing your own thing, I don't think you're gonna be hurting from it. Like, I think you're fine. I just think whatever, it's time to do something else. Maybe someone passed away who was like really high morals, high value, right? And like you looked up to them when you were a kid and you cared if they like were proud of you and stuff like that. And so it's like when you tell people, I feel like, about your success, you can only tell half the story, because I think half of it is nefarious in some way. And I feel like that bothered you enough for some reason. Maybe they didn't pass away. Maybe you had to talk to them and they're like, how are you doing all this? And I feel like they know you, and you said something, and they're like, maybe. And I don't think you like how that felt. Maybe it's like your dad or something, if they're still alive. Or someone who means a lot to you, like their opinion it means a lot to you. That's what I'm getting. As to what made you want to get away from the situation, because for all intents and purposes, it looks like you guys are on top of your game, from what I'm seeing. So to leave now, that there was a reason, and I don't see like cheating or anything necessarily. It just said you guys and the devil. Yeah, so maybe there's addiction tied up there too that you didn't plan on. Like, I didn't sign up for this. And it's creepy, right? It creeps up on you, that kind of stuff. And I don't think you... I don't think you noticed. Yep. That's why you're, you know, they're pressing the issue with the perspective and stuff. That's what I think. Alright. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, you jerk. That was a Hierophant that jumps out of there, if anybody's interested. I might do a little video of my new area because it is so cute. If I don't wake up with fairies over here someday, I'm going to be really disappointed. Because it is very inviting. If I was a fairy, I would want to be over here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Alright, these are already pre-shuffled. I just can't help it. Ace of Cups. However, when I do a spread, I do like to play it out. Thank you, Spirit. A little shadow there, sorry. My cat is so cute. She's sleeping in a little bed. She just left. I fold up this blanket and she like loves it for some reason. It's usually out behind my couch. And she was trying to get up my lap and stuff earlier, and I was like, you know what? Let me put this over here. And she's been sleeping on it all day. She's a good girl. She loves it. As long as she has something that's comfortable and she can see me when I'm doing this, she's usually okay. And now behind me is the bed, but it has you can't see it. The little canopy there, so she can't sit on the bed and see me. She doesn't like that. Okay. Bottom of the deck is King of Cups. I'm going to put that over here because, you know, I like to shuffle. Okay. Let's take a look. So. Main, like, situation, 5 of Swords, yeah? Win at all costs, bittersweet victory. I feel like there's, like, urgency sometimes when that comes up, like, I need to do something right now. I don't care what I have to do to, like, get this done, get out of the situation, win this thing, you know what I mean? That's kind of, like, how I feel. It's always, like, kind of antsy. Energy feeling, like, and that explains it. The challenge being the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, your dependence. You want to get away from it. I mean, this is pretty clear. If I try to look at it from other directions too, so I'm not like tunnel vision. But I mean, you tell me if you see something else. You know, root. It can be something happened fast. Things you're manifesting. Things you're manifesting. You know, and that's for me. That just is bringing me back to having the conversation with the person. You know, and talking about when you were younger and you used to talk about this. This makes me feel on a smaller scale. I feel like when I was in 5th grade, my mother told me if I got on roll, she would get me the newest New Kids on the Block jacket. And I got a C in math, and I changed that bitch right to a B when I got home. I think it was, it must have been the last report card, right? Because my teacher wouldn't have seen it, and if it wasn't, he would have seen it. Yeah, it must have been. And this was back in the day when they wrote it, right? So I just had to get a red pen, and I went over every letter just to make sure. And I got that jacket, and I felt so guilty about it. And it would come up every once in a while. I wish I still had it. I got rid of it when I was like, I don't want this, you know. it would come up every once in a while. You know, I feel like maybe even into when I had my oldest daughter, she might have been little, and you know, my mother trying to show an example, like, yep, your mother wanted that New Kids on the Block jacket, and I told her if she got honor roll, she would get it, and she did. And I can remember, like, oh my god, I didn't. And my mother like, what? Maybe my daughter, no, I feel like she was, because I mean, I had her when I was 18, so yeah. Yeah, and I was like, I didn't get honor roll. She was like, oh, she was still mad at me. Yeah, that's how I feel like the root of it is, like, yeah, like you've manifested things you've wanted, you've gotten all the things you wanted, but at what did you have to do to get it? The recent past, your hopes and dreams. I feel like maybe you started out right, maybe you both did, and something went awry. Let's see, what's on your mind? 8 of Swords. Yeah, you don't know what to do, because I feel like if that's the case, then you guys have been in this for again, if this is like a partner. And like I just said, I had my daughter at 18. Maybe there's a reason I brought that up. Maybe you guys have been together since forever. And you're stuck in your head between everything. Because everything will change, right? So you're stuck with your loyalty and how everything's going to change. And you know, what happens if you leave? Maybe you're a pivotal part of the operation, I guess. Future, near future, 6 of Pentacles. There's enough to go around. You know, again, like I said, I don't think you guys are hurting at all. There's enough to go around, and this can be... I wonder what happened, though. And I wonder if, like, are you getting, like, is something coming up? Again, did something get flagged when you guys did, like, your taxes or something? Or, I don't know. Or is that why you had to say something to this person? Because I do feel like someone who... outside of the, like, law of it all is like, that you had to tell. Your current energy, Knight of Cups. You know, I feel like that's, yeah, I feel like it's like, I just don't want to do this anymore. You know, I want to go after what I love. I feel like that's what it is. It's you kind of like ready to give the message. Gently. I'm not like that. Like, yeah, gently, but, like, I don't know, I guess gently. But, yeah. You're wanting to take action, you want to, give the message. And maybe, you want them to stop too, right? However, your environment being the 7 of Swords, I would say not. Because if you're... It looks like if you want to, you're able to leave and everything is fine and dandy. I don't think that's so for the other person, for the emperor. And that's why you're leaving. That's like, I worked at Victoria's Secret, loving life, loved it. But, you know, it's not a ton of pay. It's a mall job, but I made the most I could at that job, right? Pretty quickly. But an eye doctor's opened down the hall. And I was like, well, I should probably go do that. So I did, and whoa. It was the Seven of Swords. One office, the like office manager was like robbing this lady blind, right? And the guy running the one I was at was telling me all about it, right? Meanwhile, he's doing the same thing, buying lunch for everybody all the time, and you know, my last couple paychecks, he gave me like a full 40 hours, and I definitely didn't work 40 hours, but you know, it was that type of thing. No, he was also robbing this lady blind. I was like, oh my god. I was only there a month, and she had to pay me out of the register one day, my paycheck, and I was like, see you later. I called Victoria's Secret's like, can I come home, please? And, yeah. So that's what this feels like. Like, something is not right here. Like, the owners, because they were, like, in with these people in New York, and the people in New York used to call them, like, why aren't you helping those people? And I'm like, because I do the billing. I'm not an optician at the time. Yeah, it was bizarre. It was bizarre. Anyway, neither here nor there. So, your hopes and fears. Knight of Pentacles. Your hopes and fears, you know, it's like you guys, you've put a lot of work into getting to where you are, your success, you know. It's been a long road, it's been a lot of work, it's been, you know, there is grounded parts of what you're doing, but I feel, I don't know what it is. In the background, you're like, I can't do this, it's like giving you anxiety. You know, and you're thinking about, okay, now what's the plan? What am I gonna now build for myself? Either way, it's been a long road, and you're like, fuck, now I gotta do it again? Yeah. Everything seems to be like, ugh, so much work. Possible outcome. King of Swords, you know what? Yeah, moving forward with your truth and your integrity. And that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you make half of what you did, to be honest. As long as you can put your head down at night and look at yourself in the mirror in the morning, you're good. It will work out. You will have what you need. I have been so broke. I have been heating my whole apartment with my oven. Okay, but you know what? I've always had what I needed. Even in those times. You know what? If that's the worst of my day, my times, whatever. I'm really, really grateful to have perspective. I used to wash all my clothes in the bathtub because I couldn't afford laundry. Right? So, I mean, yeah. I'm grateful for everything that I complain I have to do because I have like a car. You know, it's like, it's just perspective. Anytime I start to get carried away, I'm like, alright, you used to walk to work in blizzards. Like, why don't you calm down? Right? So, that's why I'm so happy all the time. Because what is there not to be happy about? Like, again, I have so much to be grateful for. Okay. Two of Wands was on the bottom after I was done with all that. So yeah. And the King of Cups, so I feel like maybe, yeah, I feel like maybe you're gonna talk to your Emperor about, let's do something else together. You know, maybe it'll work, but I don't feel like it. I feel like it's heavy on the independence, and I think he's too deep into it. That's what I think. For whatever reason, I don't know, because the cards didn't say any of that, but that's what I'm getting. I feel like it was cool. It's like, if I think about, like, if I was ever, like, still with, like, my oldest dad from when we were 18, like, if this was a scenario, yeah. That's a long time. You know, maybe you're not my age, whoever this is for, or maybe you haven't been with them that long. Maybe you've been with them for, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, at least, or more. Yeah, and this isn't for a new person. This is, like, because you're established. You have, a business and whatever. I would say, yeah, 5 to 10 years. At least, at minimum. Could be more. It could be 20, you know, who knows. Or you knew them. And you already have, like, this, perceived, image of what, a relationship with this person should look like, I guess. So you kind of fit the role before you were totally in it already. I don't know how to explain that. It's like you put on a jacket when you started dating them. Just slip into the role. That's weird. I'm not saying you don't like each other or love each other. I'm saying you knew what costume to put on before you before too long. So it's like you knew them before. It's like, yeah, like it's like a show, and you're like, oh, a costume change, and that was the costume. That was the costume for them. Again, not saying anything's fake. It's just the way it's coming to me, like the image. Like you knew that, like, oh, it's that person. All right, let me go grab this jacket. Like you knew if this person came along, not really, but like, yeah. If that makes sense. Like you kind of knew who they were. Tell me about the Five of Swords, please. Five of Pentacles, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You know what? I think maybe something's gonna happen. You feel like it's gonna come crashing down, and you're like, I am getting out of here. Yeah, maybe you found out a little bit more than you knew, and you're like, what? Yeah. And you're like, I thought it was just this, and they're like, oh, well, I don't really think it was a big deal. Ace of Cups, yeah. A love offering, yeah, but I'm not the challenge. I feel like it's this person. That touched your emotions and made you not be able to wear that jacket anymore. Yeah. Like, what are you wearing that jacket for? Oh, that's weird. It's so weird how it comes through. So it's a challenge. Something triggered you back into your emotions, your true like self, kind of, and you wanted to be independent of this situation, What's the what is the root? Yeah, I feel like you're maybe you were around like your family or something like that, and you were felt alone in a room full of people that you shouldn't have felt that way. Yeah, from your beginning. This is from your beginning. This is you guys talking about, remember when you were a kid and you talked about you wanted this, and maybe you have a lot of money, but not a lot of substance. Whoop. And you're trying to figure out how to go about what to do. What's your recent past? What baggage should you take with you? What can you take with you? Depending on what it is you're doing, Is it a skill you could put on a resume? Like, I'm really great with the weights and measures. Like, chemistry. Very good with chemistry. The Queen of Pentacles was sticking out, but I feel like it was on accident, so I'm not... Yeah. I'm a good accountant. Do you have any credentials? What are credentials? Recent past. So your star, your hopes, and your dreams. Your Five of Cups, loss. And Ten of Wands is a heavy burden. So it's like, yeah, you started out going after your hopes and dreams, but you gave up so much of yourself along the way. And it's starting to be too heavy for you to carry. You realize maybe you're going after somebody else's star. And it turned into the wrong kind of star, maybe. You got a little taste somehow of like that status, and you're like, Also could be the card of Aquarius. I haven't really brought up any other zodiac. Pentacles is a lot of earth. What's most heavy on your mind? Everything. Eight of Swords. I almost feel like so many things. Two of Wands, yeah, looking out into the future. I feel like you feel like so many things, Queen of Wands, nice, are riding on this little operation. And that's, on your mind too. How it's going to affect other people. Queen of Wands. You've been assessing everything that's gone on in the past so far, and Queen of Wands, you're ready to take action. And the pre-shuffle and everything, it was Wands, it was a spark of passion that definitely kind of triggered things, which could be this discussion. The manifestation, the remembering what the passion initially was. And the Two of Wands, yeah, is putting it out there in the world that you're ready to do it. And kind of feeling what's the reciprocation, you know, when people start to find that out. What is the near future? Yeah, I think whatever is happening, like, behind the scenes that's making you uncomfortable and want to dip, you know, that possibly could be legal issues. Maybe not, but could be. Or could be. You know, maybe it isn't yet, but you're like, that's a little too close. And then you find out some more stuff, right? And now you're ready to go. No one really knows about all that other stuff, like people around you. So if you leave out of the blue like this, like I said, you guys seem like you're on top of your game. That's going to raise more questions than anything. Because people are going to be like, what? And I think that's what you're thinking about. Temperance. What? I love this temperance card. Love this temperance card. Again, well, you know, Six of Pentacles is kind of like balance too. And like I said, there's enough to go around. And this can be done in a pleasing way. It doesn't have to be all crazy. I think it's fine. I think it's like details you're kind of worried about. I think, yeah, you seem like you're pretty mature. I think you both are, because I don't see them like causing an uproar or anything either. I think they're hacker montage in the background, and you're like, well, see you later. Got a blast. Yeah. You have enough to go around. You know, and and you're balanced. So I think you're and you know, temperance is a lot about. It was back in the day. I've said this before. Kind of about prohibition. So I feel like maybe that's part of your having the willpower to stand by your morals, your moral compass and everything. Yeah. Yeah. What's tell me more about this Knight of Cups for the current energy. Yeah, you're ready to go forward with your emotions instead of money. That didn't even go up. Let's see. Whoa. Now I'm throwing them on the ground. Hold on. Because I threw it on the ground. Everybody's controversial. Everybody's controversial. I can't make any references about anything because everybody's controversial. Everybody I grew up with is a scumbag. Like celebrity-wise. A lot of people I grew up with are also scumbags. Let's see the world. Yeah, you're ready to put an end to that life. And it's hard because money sucks, man. It's like such an evil necessity. I hate it. I don't hate it. I love money. And money loves me. Because it's a necessity. But I would love to be able to just have a little tiny house on a little tiny plot of land next to a tiny little brook with a tiny little Wi-Fi signal. And just be good. I don't want to go to work anymore. I don't want to do any of it. I just want to just wake up and do whatever I want and live in my tiny house. Okay? Alright, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I don't know what you want to do, but it's not what you're doing now. You're ready to put an end to it too. I'm with you. Let's go live in a tiny house. Come on. No, my friend is going to wake up and I'm going to be in her pool house one day like Fresh Prince. So, there's that. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, remember you said I could build a tiny house on your property? I decided to just convert your pool house. Okay, thanks. What's the environment? I'll do it in the winter so she won't notice. Yeah. Yep. Look at that decision-making cards together. Okay. So again, it's your environment is sneaky and boiler room vibes, and you know, maybe you are with a drug dealer or like a day trader or something, you know what I mean? It's like, it's something like layers to it. And you're definitely deciding how to go about navigating it. Yeah, it's like, it's like Two of Pentacles and the Lovers. I'm getting like tricksters, right? I feel like, oh, like pick a hand, like the coins, like follow the coins. That's what I'm kind of getting with that. Like so instead of decision making, I feel like it's either A, making the illusion of choice, or B, just making things confusing, like saying a lot of words and not any sentences. I listened to this YouTube channel. I gotta see if I can find it again. It was pretty cool. I listen to guided meditations when I go to sleep, right? But then I'll listen to sleepy scientist stories or whatever, 100 facts about cats you didn't know, whatever. I do the lineup because I have YouTube Premium, so I line them up for the night. And there was this one channel that's like Grandpa's Sleepy Story Time or something like that, and it's this old grandpa telling stories, but there's no sentences. It's just a bunch of nonsense. Like, if you sit there and listen to it, it's really pretty cool how they do it, because they'll say something and then it will be like, well, but then Jim down at the store, everybody knows about when Jim went to blah, 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 and it will go off into that story about Jim, and then it'll go off into like another story about something. It's like this old man just going off on a bunch of tangents and not telling a whole cohesive story at all. And I was like, what the hell? He's not even saying anything. It was so funny. But if you fall asleep, you don't even notice, right? Because you're falling in and out of sleep, and you hear like a couple sentences, and you fall asleep, so you don't know that it's not connecting. It's just a bunch of random stories about randomness. It was so cool. So that's kind of how I feel this is. It's like a bunch of, you could sit there and talk to somebody and be like, what the hell did they even just say to me? Yeah, that's what I think it is. Everything's shiny. Look at, yeah. I just was doing 6-7. It's so funny. Alright, what is hopes and fears? The Star, yeah. That's how this all started. Was you thought you were having the opportunity and going after your dreams. And somewhere along the line, your dream, instead of going after your dream, you started going after the money. That's what happened. Because it turned into somebody else's dream, and their dream is money. They don't care what they're doing as long as they have the money. You want to be doing a specific thing, whether the money comes or not, right? That's different. Some people are like, what will make me the most money? That's what I'm going to do. So that's the difference. That's why you're clashing. And that's why they won't tell you some of the things that's going on behind the scenes, because they know why you're in it, because you think inevitably you're gonna be able to achieve your dreams, because, you know, this is bringing you the money you're gonna need to start it, right? And that's what the story is. I think that's why they're telling you, we're just gonna do this for a little bit longer, and then we'll have XYZ, and then, you know, we can, like, buy a house. You know, we just have to do it until then, and then you buy the house, and you're like, okay, well, we're not gonna do this anymore right now. We can work on, like, starting this business. Oh, well, no, because we just bought the house, right? So now I gotta save up more money to, you know, now we'll work on this. And you're like, what? Wait a minute. Yeah, that's what I think. I think every turn, there's never been the intent for this person to stop whatever this easy money is. That they've somehow found a way to do it better than ever, and they think it's like fucking foolproof, right? You are going to be hard pressed, my friend, to get this person if they think this is foolproof. It's the Emperor. He isn't stupid, right? He's experienced. He has been around the block, and if you guys have only been together for like 5 years and you're already hitting that status, I think, yeah, you're probably just, I don't want to say a pawn, because I don't think that's it. I think that, you know, I think this person probably cares about you, you know what I mean? But so be it if you're gonna go, because they're like, you know what? No, because I figured this out. If they think they figured out the Krabby Patty formula, they're not gonna care where you go. That's why it's probably so easy. They're like, okay, cool, alright. Yeah, I'll give you whatever you deserve. They think they're set. That's what's going on. And you're like, but I just wanted to do this. Yeah. Maybe initially they thought, no. But it's like an addiction came up, you know. It's like that money, man, that status, even. Okay, what is the possible outcome? King of Swords, yeah. Six of Wands, yeah. You are going to, you know, you're going to end up with your head held high, and you're going to be walking away victorious, with your truth and clarity. Yeah. Maybe you just need a confirmation that, like, you're definitely making the wrong choice. You know that something isn't right, you know, and someone's gassing you up about whatever, and you have the means to leave and go after your own dreams. Do it. Yeah, just do it. Let this person fucking play cops and robbers for the rest of their life, if that's what they want to do. Six of Cups. This is what's making it hard too, is that family type of thing. Maybe, like I said, I feel like you knew this person. I feel like you knew what jacket to wear. Maybe you like that jacket. Maybe it's an old jacket, right? Maybe this is someone maybe this was someone who was your person who got away, and you got a chance to have a chance. Maybe that's why you had the familiarity with them, you know? You might be a little let down. maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is for someone. But that feeling of home, basically, right? That's what's kind of making, that's still what's making it difficult, because no matter what, if you guys are doing well, for all intents and purposes, you love each other, and it's like this one thing that's bothering you, you're gonna be torn because emotions suck. But I think you are at a point in your life where you're like, you know better. And you know you have to do what's best for you. And that's why you're moving. If you can't go to sleep with a clean conscience at night, whatever you're doing is not worth it. That's your spirit guides. That's your everything telling you something's wrong. That's like I said in one video, I know what I've done wrong my whole life. Don't tell me you don't know when you're doing something wrong, because you do. Somebody's tricky. Somebody's tricky. Some people are tricky. Some people like lie by omission people. Some people are I don't know how to explain it. People are just sneaky. I know somebody who's sneaky for no reason, and that's why I don't talk to them anymore. And I'm like, but for what? For what? Why do you leave things out when you tell me things? For what? Like, I don't like that. It makes me feel gross. Like, what do you think you're getting over on me? Because you're not. You're just weird. Like, fucking grow up. Ugh, I can't stand it. I hate when people act like children. Again, I'm no martyr. I am not perfect. I don't always act perfect. But I don't know, I don't continue to do the same things when someone has expressed to me that I don't respect you doing that. I don't respond to that. Find your voice and use your words. Or leave me alone. I'm not your friend. If you don't make an effort to be in my life. So, maybe that's where you're at with this person, and it's really hard because you do care about them. But you're like, ugh, I can't anymore. Or this was like the last, I don't know, the last thing, I don't know. I feel like they act younger than you, even though they're not necessarily. And they have no reason to think that. Or the money is making them act like an idiot. Like, how old are you now? Like, this is, again, not what I signed up for, as I keep hearing. Alright, one more time. Okay, Spirit, one more time. We're gonna go around just once more. Tell me about this main situation here. The Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. All this turmoil and feeling left out and lack. And one just wanted to get out of there. I feel like you just want to get out. It's like fight or flight. Especially with the Five of Pentacles. With the Five of Swords, yeah. I told you right from the beginning, it was like that itchy, like staticky, like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here. Something happened to make you totally, again, I think it's talking to this person. Maybe they look like that fool. Maybe the person you talk to looks a little bit like this fool. obviously not like a clown, but I don't know, like the facial structure or something. Man or woman, I guess. 3 of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're ready to go, but you're like just waiting to get a little more info, I think. Waiting to see something else. Give me one more for this, since this is a little S round. What's one more? What is this 3 of Wands? What are you waiting to see come in? 5 of Swords again. So you're watching the 5 of Swords come in. You're watching the win at all costs. I think that you might be I think you might be being investigated, or you think you are, because again, like I said, I'm reading energy here. So if you are paranoid about something, right, and you're putting that out constantly into the world, like, oh my god, I'm being investigated, I'm gonna pick that up that you're being investigated. That doesn't mean it's true. That means you're paranoid. But let me just look at this for a minute. Because you have the 5 of Swords already. That was me feeling like you're like, win at all cost, bittersweet victory, I gotta get out of here. Fight or flight, right? You know what? I think whatever this is, that your person thinks they have all figured out, I think is blowing up and is getting big and they're making money, and I think you're petrified about it because it's bringing in attention. Like, yeah, people are coming to you. Trying to take things from you. So that's the thing. That's why I think once you start getting into like nefarious dealings and stuff like that, regardless of what it is, it's not good, because you have people who are coming. What are you gonna say, right? Are you gonna call the cops and tell them like someone stole your stolen stuff? No, you're not. Someone stole my drugs. That's not gonna happen. And I think it's making you nervous. I think it's the inward, maybe people are coming to your house and you don't like it. You're like, I'm not down with this. I'm not down with this anymore. Maybe it's who's coming. Maybe the vibe of people have changed. Maybe it was like family for some reason. And now it's not. And now you're like, who is this in my house? Alright, let's look at this challenge. You're ready to leave. So your challenge Again, you're thinking about all the things you gave up, or all the things that you've lost, technically, to get to this point with this person, right? I think you probably made some decision you maybe wouldn't have made if you didn't have to take them into consideration too. Yeah. Okay. So the challenge being, oh, this is, what did I do? What did I do? I messed everything up. Here it is. Okay, this is future. Sorry. I was like, wait, that's not right. Here it is. The challenge, being this newfound, sense of like your true self and wanting to go after your independence. Yeah. Or just go. That's what I feel like, yeah. See, I feel like you're like defending your property in this one, right? Because they want to come and take your swords. Or is that the 7? It might be 7. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, bro. Sis. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you want to be your true, emotional, loving, soft self. You want your independence, but you're afraid of losing what you have and thinking about everything you've already lost. And it's hard, and you love this person. You probably love your life. What's the root of all this? 7 of Wands. Having to defend yourself. Yeah, oh my god, see? So you're having this conversation with this person. And they're like, oh my god, you're getting everything you've manifested since you were a kid. Do you remember we used to talk about this? Kid? Right? Remember we used to talk about this when you were little? And they're like, how did you do this anyway? And you're like, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, wait a minute, what? That doesn't sound right. Like, that doesn't make sense. And they're not falling for your bullshit because they know you. So, that's what I think it is. You having to defend yourself and this person being like, I am not a fool. And then that is causing you to touch on the Fool again, make your plan of how to move along. Recent past. A lot of 5s, yeah, you got change coming up. So many 5s. Ace of Wands. So the Star, 5 of Cups. Again, 5 of Cups. Recent past. Again, you lost a lot. You thought you were going after your dream. And you're realizing how much you had to give up for this person, and for this lifestyle that you're in now. It's heavy to carry. Oh my god, you guys, I cannot even make this up. 5 of Wands. yeah, there's just turmoil everywhere. So you guys probably started fighting about this, and you're like, yeah, hey, listen. Ace of Wands 2 came out. First, Ace of Wands. Yeah, you get the spark of passion about you. I told you the pre-shuffle was all that, these little sparks, right? These little sparks. So, I think you've been reminded about what your passion was, like why you started on this, like what, like you guys probably even talked about in the beginning, like, oh, I want to do this, and they're like, yeah, I want to help you do this, you can go back to school, and then we'll do this, and yeah, right? Which maybe you've done all those things, but something is different. Something is different. It's like you got to a point and you're like, all right, now we're going to do this. And they're like, oh, well, not yet, not yet, not yet. And you're like, why? And they're like, oh, I have this one more really good. This is reminding me of a reading I did months ago about don't take this opportunity of, like, I don't know, came up like running drugs or something. This like swan song, right? Oh no, oh no. This feels like, yeah, you're like, all right, we got the house, right? Let's say it's that we got the house. Let's chill. And they're like, no, you know what? I have this one more thing coming in. Don't worry. And you're like, what? And again, you've had this conversation that's really got you like, no, no, this is not what I signed up for. Yeah. You're like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like you guys kind of like checked off some things, but it's like almost like distorted music box, right? Like, yeah, it's going along. You're doing all the things you're supposed to. It's like singing the song, but it's just a little off. It's like a piano that hasn't been tuned, right? So it's like kind of, but something's awry. And that's what this guy's saying. He's like, what's really going on? Why do you have this? Nothing makes sense. Didn't you just finish going back to school? Like, I know you can't be making that much money. So, something. I don't know. Okay. Alright. Like, did you go back to school for show? Like, to make it look like, okay, like, now I have this, and that now it makes sense I have all this money. Like, I don't know, something. And that you don't like it anymore. You don't like it. You don't like the story. You're like, I don't want to do this. I want to, like, do it, like, legit. What's heavy on your mind? Again, I feel like if you leave, everyone's like, why'd you leave? And you're like, because if you say anything, I think they're going to be screwed, right? Because I feel like right now, maybe it's teetering. Again, I don't think maybe, I think they figured it out. I think, it's been a slow enough drip that they think they're good. Like, every little change has been a little bit along the way. It was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then they're like, well, you can just do this. And I'm like, yeah, I can just do that. And that's not really a big deal. Like, maybe they're not touching anything, right? So it was like, it was easy. Extra money on the side. Like, that's a good example. I don't even know a good example. I don't know. Something that's kind of like on the outskirts of whatever you're doing now. And then it was like, oh, well, you can do this one other thing. You know, it was kind of like that. And now it's like they're like CEO of fucking I Shouldn't Be Doing This Inc. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Yeah. What is most on Collective's mind? Eight of Wands. Oh my goodness. So much. This is so, you get your Eight of Swords. You're stuck in your head by all these things. I feel like, again, you have a lot of people riding on you for some reason. Maybe you have other family members who like live with you, you take care of, or I don't know. Maybe you actually have employees. Now, Eight of Wands. That's back to this. So, what's on your mind is this conversation of, yeah, that's what I wanted to do when I was little. Yep. And, you're thinking about it. And you're getting ready to put it out there. But you just feel a little trapped at the moment. I'm trying to figure out how to kind of go about it. What is the near future? I don't even know how long this has been. I don't like when I can't see the camera. I gotta figure out a way to do. I hate this camera. Like, ugh. I have to get a new one. Although I just have an idea. I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention to spirit. Okay, here, you got me. What is near future? Tell me about the Temperance. This voluptuous Temperance card. And the Six of Pentacles. I don't know that many Sagittarius, but I feel like all the ones I do know, especially women, are like pretty. I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think it's just a coincidence, but... Alright. King of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, I think that's just confirming, you know, there's enough to go around. You guys are successful, right? So I think you're gonna have money to leave with. I think even if they're like morals or like willing to do like illegal shit for whatever, I think their justification of that is different than how they deal with like people they love on a daily basis. Does that make sense? So I think even if they're a drug dealer, I think their dealings are going to be up and up. They're not going to jip anybody. They're not going to rip somebody off. And I think it's the same for you. I don't think they're going to be like, no, fuck you, I'm not going to give you anything when you have, you know, work with them, even if it was on like the legit side of the business. Maybe there is a legit side, right? I think they're going to be fair. And I think they're going to be, like, understanding. I think they get it. I don't think they're stupid. I think they're very grounded. You guys are obviously intelligent. And I think they get it. I think they're just like, okay, that's fine, but I need to continue doing what I'm doing. Yeah, it's very mature. Even if it's like, you know, you could be making better decisions, my friend. They're still mature about it. That doesn't mean they're a bad person just because they know how to hustle. It just means that's what they do. You don't have to be part of it. Let's see, what's Collective's current energy? Yeah, you're ready to just kind of, you know, get back to you. Focusing on going after what you wanted to go after. I think you got caught up in this. Again, I don't think it started out that way. I think it's kind of like, I don't know. You let Gator out. Where the hell is this card going? To the void? I don't know. Well, there it is. Jesus. Jeeps. 4 of Cups. Yeah, well, yeah, you're ready to put an end to this. You know, and kind of go after what you truly want to. But I think, with good reason, you're a little bit like, about like, what the hell? Like, what's the point? Like, don't dwell on this. If you're gonna move on, move on. Like, rip the bandage off. You can't. I don't think this king is gonna let you. I don't. I think once you have the conversation with them and you're like, I can't do this, I'm gonna move on. You know, I want to do X, Y, and Z. Do you want to do this with me instead? If they say, yeah, awesome, I don't think they're gonna. If they're like, no, I have to finish, blah, 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 blah. You know, that's gonna be it. They're not gonna go back. Just so they're not. So you can't do this and then change your mind in 6 months and then try to reconnect with this person. You are not going to be able to. You're not. They're going to be so far gone comparatively once you step back. Take a step back. Once you take a step back and it's not your normal. Right now, his life, the life you guys are running around in, is your normal, right? Think about 5 years ago. Probably wasn't normal. I feel like you guys have like a hectic, even if it doesn't, you know, even if it doesn't look hectic to people, even if you have like a normal job and a 9 to 5 and they do too, and like whatever, you do the normal thing, behind the scenes I think there's like a lot of shit going on. Yeah. What's the environment? And I think it's a lot of shit that nobody knows. Except maybe one person. Maybe 2. But I don't think more than that. And I think that is the only reason why they've been successful. Because they've learned to shut up. And that's why I think you're ready to just walk away, but worry about what people are going to say, because what do you say? Because I think you're like, fuck. Because you know better than to say something, right? I don't think know better, but you do. Yeah. I think that's what it is too. I think there's a lot of layers. Because I think you're the only other person who knows a lot of stuff. And I think that's a sticky situation to be in, and a weird conversation I have too. Like, I'm not going to say anything. I just want to go. And that's why they're like, okay, here's your money. Here's your half. Right? Maybe. the world. Yeah, it's all coming to an end. That's your environment too. I think everybody knows it's coming to an end. Seven of Swords, the deception. Yeah. I think everybody kind of sees it coming to an end, and that's maybe why they're scrambling. Like, look at this, like trying to like gas you up and shit too. You're like, nope, bye. But I think they're also feeling you out to see, why are you leaving? Not your person, like other people. But I think they're trying to flash stuff around too. Like, do you really want to leave? Yeah, they're trying to grasp onto you too. Yeah. Like, you sure you want to leave? So you have like, you have the deception around you. You have the people who talk a lot, not saying anything. And then you have your person who's like trying to like, you know, maybe put the extra effort in, right? I'm like, I don't know, are you sure you want to leave this? And it's hard because I bet it's sweet. I'm not saying you don't have a good life. I'm saying you don't feel right about it. Whatever their moral compass is, that's fine. And you have a sneaking suspicion it's going to implode any day, and you don't want to be part of it. That's what I think. And I think they're like, cool. I love you. Bye. Yeah, I'm not saying they don't love you. I'm not saying you don't love them. I'm saying you're two different people from two different worlds, and you're realizing it. Yeah, that's what I think is true. Two different worlds. Look at this. Two different people from two different worlds. This is you guys. This is you guys. Look at the difference. Very distinguished gentleman, right? And he will... You're gonna walk away without you watch. But he probably takes care of you. And you are just... magical, I think, maybe. Yeah, you didn't fit with them. No, you didn't fit with them. Those sneaky people. You didn't. You didn't. And I think you tried to, and I think it made you feel good at first. When you were accepted by these people. But now it kind of doesn't. I think now that you've gotten to know some people a little bit more, you're like, eh. You're not as cool as you were when we were in high school. Okay, so hopes and fears. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the long road, and the long road to come. Remember, the Star, going after your goals, and not going after your goals, and Judgment. Yeah. Okay. Your hopes and fears, Judgment. A lot of that is your self-assessment, right? So, I think you're number one. I think worried you've wasted too much time on this goal that was, initially part of your goal and ended up being something else. I think you're judging yourself for possibly participating in or knowing about stuff that was going on in this, because it's clear that it's no good. Yeah, and I think you're judging yourself for now having to do it all again, you know, making more work for yourself, and why you ended up in this place in the first place. You know, and your hopes are that, you know, you have the means, you have the ability to just pick up and continue on for yourself. But I think your fears are that you won't be able to do that, like it's too late, or you're going to have to, you know, you're going to leave the situation and wish you didn't. Yeah, it's a real, like, catch-22 type of thing. Like, if I say I'm fine, if I go, I'm fine. Maybe. Both ways are maybes. Again, I don't think anything has happened necessarily to say that you guys are gonna get in trouble for whatever is going on yet, but I just feel like you're like, it's only a matter of time. Yeah, like it's only a matter of time. Like, how has this person not learned this yet? Just because you get better, every time you get better, you still get in trouble. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Possible outcome. Again, if going on this trajectory that you're walking away, you made a decision, you're gonna go back to square one and figure out what your dreams and aspirations are. Oh my god, the star again, and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, holy crap. Yeah, you're gonna be victorious. You're gonna move ahead with your truth and clarity, and because of that, because you know what, we all make stupid mistakes, we all do dumb things. I've done really dumb things. The key is if you learn from them, or if you just act like it didn't happen. Right? And don't learn from it. Or don't acknowledge, like, yeah, I fucked up. So, I think because you are acknowledging that you messed up, yeah, you're now going back after your goals. And you know what? It might take a little extra effort. You might have a little extra baggage this time. But that's what you get. That's what you get for trying to take shortcuts. You're gonna have to make up for that shortcut. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, you're gonna move on. You're gonna be fine. You know, you'll be victorious. You'll be successful. You'll be, acknowledged for your success, so to speak, right? However, you're gonna have to carry the wands for a little bit, but then you can put them down, right? You can put down all the weight of all of this and go after your star. Yeah. Yeah, you have to, what it, you know, no. To put it in a better way is, you have to just finish strong. You have to carry all this weight to the finish line, dump it, and be like, yeah, I learned my lesson. I don't want to carry this anymore. Yeah, you gotta go to the counter and trade in your tickets for the lesson, for your star. And then you're like, okay, here you go, try again. They, your guides. Yeah. So I think you're fine. I think you're seeing the writing on the wall. I think you're kind of torn because I think you love this person. I think you get along. I think they're a good person to you. And it's one of those things like, well, they never did anything to me. Right? Yeah. Depending on what it is that they're doing, that you don't want to be involved with anymore. So, that's alright. Maybe they don't, again, I don't feel like it was their intention. I don't feel like it was their intention. I feel like life is what it is, and you guys are trying to survive. And oh, what a tangled web we weave, right? Yeah, you'll be fine. Either way, just get away from that situation. I'm sorry, that sucks. I'm sorry, especially if you've, you know, kind of held flame for them for a long time. And got it, like, this was, I get it, like, this was like a chance. And then it gets fucked up. I've been there. It sucks. Page of Wands on the bottom. Yeah. Follow that spark, baby. Follow that spark. You're good. You're an empress. I'm not concerned. You're making the right decision. You're making a decision based on your morals. Whoever this person is, thank them. I would. Oh, I just got chills. I would thank them. Tell them what happened. Be like, you know what? Talking to you made me blah 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 blah. Maybe not now. Maybe before. They're not on this earth anymore. Let them know that it was because of them. Because I will make them happy. That they made a difference, you know. Alright, my friends. Like and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe. And I'll see you on the next reading. Bye.